And again, sort of the direct impact on the broader macroeconomic scene here in Europe is so much stronger than it is potentially in North America. The dependency on oil and gas in particular is much stronger. So therefore, I can definitely see sort of that the impact between the two markets is quite uneven.
Peter Shafrick, I want to touch on your heritage, your work at Goethe University in Frankfurt, and all that you've done in Germany. From where you sit in this crisis representing RBC, I understand that. Are you looking at a new Germany after Merkel, or do we overplay that?
Well, it is to some degree. I mean, first of all, I'm in the UK now for more than 15 years, but obviously I follow the situation in Germany very closely. It is a different one. I mean, we know that Merkel had very close ties with, well, not close ties, that's wrong. Had a very good sort of line into Putin. She's pro-Russian. So the two had a much better diplomatic effort here. And we know, for instance, that the new administration has a much more sort of pacifistic wing to it, and whether or not that plays out remains to be seen. We really have to see that. So, but I do think there's a potentially a different response from Germany coming here. Whether it's been foisted upon them through events, that could well be the case. And keep in mind, the last time we had sort of a centre-left government in Germany, this was the time of the Balkan Wars, and Germany was involved in that as well. So I reckon the events will overtake what the government ultimately initially wanted to do.
Peter, overcome by events, as always. Peter Shafrick of RBC. Equities well off the lows in the United States on the Nasdaq and on the S&P 500. In the bond market, well off the lows too. We're down 6 basis points on 10s to 193 on 2s. Let's work through the front end of the yield curve just briefly. So on a 2-year yield, at the lows we were down by 14 basis points. Now we're down just 6 at 154. On the ECB side of things, we heard from Governor Holtzman a couple of hours ago, who said that maybe we have to slow down the effort to tighten monetary policy and remove accommodation, slow down that effort. Then we've heard from President Daly. So, Lisa, I really want to frame this, that we've heard from a hawkish ECB member that sounds dovish, and we've just heard from a dovish Federal Reserve